when they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person that's going to know and love them for the rest of their lives. That moment came from Matt about 13 years ago when he met me. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who have not yet had the pleasure, my name is Andrew, and I'm the best man for Matt here. Now, Matt and I have been friends for a long time. It goes back about 13 years, all the way to high school, grade 10. And we first actually met during a meeting for our peer helper program at the school. So this group was designed to help kids integrate into the high school and help sort of the misfits fit in. You know, it's interesting because I feel as though we were really the ones that were supported by that group more than them. Regardless, it was no surprise that Matt would then go on to be a cadet leader where he would take those same skills and just apply them in a different setting. So all that sounds great and everything. You know, it sounds sappy and nice. You know, we were doing our civic duty. But this all changed when Matt got his driver's license. We went from being the nerdy goody-goodies to, well, being exactly the same but with a car. So, what do two nerdy teenagers looking to rip up the streets of Orleans do between classes? And we go to Tim Hortons. So, oh man, the conversations we had at Tim Hortons about all those girls that we'd never get. And all those parties that we were never invited to. Those were the days, good times. So coming back to the car, which is really as important here. Specifically Matt's driving of said car.
You know my parents.
So Matt, I know they're here.
It's nothing that we haven't heard before, or had to pay for before.
So Matt liked to drive fast. Fast really isn't the word, reckless is the word. Or as reckless as one could be in a 37 horsepower Kia Rio. I've literally seen weed whackers with more horsepower. But but Matt's exceptionally heavy foot made up for that. So then, soon after, against anyone's better judgment, Matt upgraded to his own car, a Nissan Sentra SCR. So this is a sports car. That was a mistake. Not so much for Matt, but for his passengers. So picture this. We've got a little story about this. So it's after midnight. We're cruising down St. Joseph Boulevard in Orleans. Yeah, fun, right? Yeah. Lame. Listening to Usher featuring Little John. Did you see that? Like, that's brutal. Yeah. So of course we're driving. We're the only ones on the street, and some young punk pulls up right next to us at a red light. Can't have that. We look over. We see this guy. He looks like a young Ryan Gosling. He looks over and sees us two guys, and one that looks like Louis Anderson from Life with Louie. And then one that looks like Newman from Seinfeld. There was no way in hell we were going to lose. So the light turned green, and we were off. My body launches into the back of the seat, which was really no different than a Sunday drive with Matt. And of course, we smoked this guy. It was awesome. Now, as fun as that was, things have changed a bit. The subwoofer in the back seat is gone and replaced with a car seat. And instead of Usher, it's the theme from Frozen on a constant loop. But I know he wouldn't have it any other way. That's for sure. So high school would soon come to an end. And most of the school friends faded away, but I believe that our friendship really strengthened. I always know that if I need somebody, a second set of hands, you know, to hang some drywall or do some painting, Matt will be there in a pinch. Family problems, flat tire at 2 in the morning, Matt's there. It's just the way it is. Matt's loyalty to his friends and family is second to none, and his commitment is unwavering. Sophie, you are the best thing to happen to Matt since me. You give Matt things that I never could.
Should I say yet?
So to close, I put together a little poem as a tribute to your relationship. It rhymes. All right, here we go. There was a time before Sophie, with no one at night to keep you warm and cozy. It was not a good time. You were alone. A promising future was not known. Desperate to find your one true love, you used your charm, or lack thereof. You ventured to the World Wide Web, not DTF, or so you said. Swiping right, you began your search, and then she saw you with your Game of Thrones t-shirt. You knew at that point there was no turning back, so he ran it by his parents and he started to pack. Next thing we knew, you were all moved in, talking about marriage with a giant-sized grin. So here you are, surrounded by family and peers, with a ridiculous amount of Coors Light beer. So let's raise a glass, and I'll try to hold back the tears. But Matt, I should warn you, it's an uphill battle from here.
Thank you very much. That was awesome. If you want to see the rest of the night, by all means, you're more than fit for it. J'aimerais maintenant inviter la dame d'honneur, Stéphanie Gobeau, accompagnée des demoiselles d'honneur, à nous adresser la parole.